Well, good morning. My name is Jim Vlovich. I'm the County Administrator for Cochise County. And first of all, I want to thank all the Cochise County Vietnam veterans for your service. I myself was in the Navy and the Marine Corps between 1973 and 1984. And all of the veterans from Vietnam that I served with were very professional, very competent, and very connected to serving their country. And they certainly got the short end of the stick when they came back to this country, and that was a shameful thing. But I want them to personally know that I think what they did over there was wonderful, and they served their country well. And I just want to say that I'm proud of all the veterans, especially the Cochise County veterans, for serving in that war. Thank you.
Cochise County Vietnam veterans are a very special breed of men and women because they served at a time when our country was not very happy about going to war. And I know I was growing up during that period, and a lot of my friends and neighbors had to go. There was a draft. Saying thank you for your service isn't quite enough, and so I think that that's the reason that we want to have a special recognition for the Vietnam veterans, because it's never too late, as long as they're still with us, to say, really, thank you for your service.
I'm honored to thank those who fought for our country during the most trying times in our history. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans. And by the way, that's my brother, and he served as well. Thank you.
Your courage and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans. The sacrifices you have made for our country, on and off the battlefield, are profound.
Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans who have put on the uniform looking for nothing in return.
Hello. I wanted to take an opportunity to thank all of the veterans for their service to the country, and to let everybody know that I'm proud to live in a country where we have citizens that are willing to give up everything to serve their country. So from one veteran to another, thank you for your service.
I want to thank the men and women who served our country so faithfully during the Vietnam War. Your service was very much appreciated, and I want to thank you personally.
Hello, this is Mary Ellen Dunlop, your Clerk of Superior Court. Many sacrifices have been made by our veterans and their families for the freedoms that we share today. It is with great respect and endless appreciation that we thank our veterans for serving our country. Thank you. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you, Vietnam veterans, for your service.
When others stepped back, you stepped forward. You put yourself between danger and your country. Thank you for keeping us all safe, and thank you for all your sacrifices and your family's sacrifices. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans. Our country is now and always will be a better place because of great men and women like you.
Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans. The sacrifices you have made for our country on and off the battlefield are profound.
Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans. Your selfless act of serving our country deserves the highest level of respect and gratitude we have to offer.
Courage and service will never be forgotten. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
Everybody celebrates when a war is won, but hardly anybody remembers the soldiers who sacrificed their lives and their families so that the country could be safe. Nothing ever will be sufficient enough to thank them for all they have done. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
Hello, I'm Dennis Donovan. I'm here today to thank the many Vietnam veterans and the people that supported the war, and to express my appreciation. I am a Vietnam veteran myself. I was in the Army Corps of Engineers and stationed in a construction battalion in the Central Highlands, building Highway 1 north out of Long Bend. And during my time there, it was a difficult time, but I am so grateful that the nation afterward has stood behind me and has taken care of me the way I tried to take care of the nation during my time in service. So thank you all.
I had just finished high school when the draft system went out and the lottery system came in. I know many people whose lives were changed forever by that one little change in the law. People who had deferments to go to college were going off to Vietnam. This was a very personal war for me and my generation. And I just thank you so much for doing your part in that war. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of the men and women who've served our country over the years, and particularly thank the veterans here in Cochise County. Thank you for your service.
They cared not for themselves, but for the nation. Let us never forget to honor them. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
And my thanks for all of you that served in the Vietnam War. I had 4 close friends leave Benson High School and engage in that war. 1 didn't come back. 3 came back with baggage that they carried out of their service in that war. Thank you very much.
Pass on my heartfelt thank you for what you've done for our country and serving our country, and what you continue to do, and also going back and remembering what you've done for our country. And again, thank you.
Thank you does not explain the gratitude that I have for each and every man and woman that has served this nation. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
As a grateful citizen of Cochise County, I want to thank all veterans, but in particular the Vietnam veterans who served and offered a lot of sacrifice, as did their families, for many years in an unpopular conflict. We thank you very much for your service and your courage.
Cochise County Vietnam veterans, your selfless act of serving our country deserves the highest level of respect and gratitude we have to offer.
Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
Your courage and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Thank you, Cochise County Vietnam veterans.
Thank you, Cochise County veterans. The sacrifices you have made for our country on and off the battlefield are profound. We love you. We thank you for your service. God bless you and your family.